Okay, okay. Looks like I'm coming through normally now. Okay, good. Wait for a couple of people to join. And at the same time, I can actually set up what I'm doing here. Share the screen. There we go. Beautiful. All right. I think we're getting there, man. I think so. So that's where we are there. Okay, so if I just want to do that and say hello, everybody, it's very nice to see you. Okay, cool. So, JJ, Melanie, how you doing? So basically here, basically here, excuse me one second. Okay. Yes. Where were we? We were trying to introduce our friend Vaughn Helton into the mix here. Let's try and make him like that. Let's try and do that. So this is Von Helton's latest contribution to the internet. And one thing I'd like to hear from you, because I don't have headphones in or earphones or anything, let me know if there's any feedback, please, from Von Helton, and then I'll make a plan.
We're going to crash. Co-pilot screamed out, brace for impact, brace for impact. Not necessarily for my benefit or the navigator's benefit, but because of the passengers that we had in the plane as well. Sure enough, our crash seemed imminent, and we all braced for impact as best we could. And then, darkness. Absolute darkness. No noise, no light, no nothing. Pitch black darkness. And it's like, are we dead? And the navigator says, no, because I'm talking to you. So, no, we weren't dead. So, we're fumbling around in the dark because that's all we can do. Because it was literally pitch black dark. You could see nothing. Not a glimmer of light anywhere. And the plane, which we thought was going to impact on the mountainside, did not. And it floated harmlessly to someplace. Flooring, maybe, of some kind of flooring. Everything was quiet. Everything was still. Absolutely no light, no sound, no noise, no nothing. Pitch black darkness and absolute quiet. Then, to my surprise, landing lights started appearing. And off to the side, we could see these craft that were disc-shaped and had swastikas on the side of them. And the co-pilot looks at him and says, oh my God, we've been captured by the Nazis. And I said, well, I've got a sidearm. And he's like, you damn right. And so we ain't going without a fight if it is the Nazis. And of course, the navigator agreed wholeheartedly. So here we are, believing that we had been captured by the Nazis, because the swastikas on the side of these discs were unmistakable, right? So we were sitting there wondering and contemplating all of that. And as we were, a calmness was put over us. I say put over us because it was done by outside forces. But a calmness was put over us that put away your weapons. We are not Nazis. And it's like, okay. And at that point, the power was restored to the plane, and we were able to open up the cockpit doors and the passenger doors, and we all disembarked from the vehicle, from the aircraft. And we were greeted by these people, and they were wearing silver suits, and they escorted us back to a waiting area where we could sit down and relax, which felt good, by the way. And you say, well, Von, you've been sitting the whole time in the plane. Yeah, but it's different. This was very relaxing. And they made us feel at home. We were given a cup of coffee. Each of us were given a cup of coffee to drink and warm up, and because it was frigid before. It isn't frigid now. By the way, it was nice and warm there, tropical even. Very nice, very pleasant. Maybe too pleasant? I don't know. But everything seemed nice. And thus ends the next chapter. Hope you're staying with me thus far. Have a good day, folks.
All right. All right. So how was the audio? Did my mic pick up any of Von Helton's beautiful voice? JJ, oh, hold on a second. JJ, I can do stuff like that. I can do things. Check this out. Hold on, let's try that one. Your ex-husband once let a guy spend the night at home. He had 2 refrigerators. My ex kept his bait and beer, I guess, in the one, and the other was fully stocked with food. We caught him eating rotten shrimp that my husband was letting get a little funky to be good bait. Oh, no. You can imagine. And you know what? Vaughn would be like that. And if you caught him, if you called him out and said, that's rotten bait, blah, 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 he would deny that he was eating rotten food. He would say, I knew it was rotten bait, but I'm a pagan and that's what we eat, or something like that. So I just want to also share that it seems that you guys, anybody can join now. So you guys want to have a chat, introduce yourselves, put a voice to the avatar name? Come on in. This is just really an experiment. Now, just to let me just say that in about 2.5 hours, I am actually going to go live, kind of just sort of impromptu, not impromptu, but I'm going to go live. And I'm going to, what's going on here? I'm going to go live and I'm going to open the room and basically just throw stuff out there. I know a lot of you wanted to watch the Shani and Rev kind of archives way back when, so we can start with that. And we can, talk about it, and I just want to open up the possibilities going forward with this new platform. So yeah, if nobody comes into the room now to basically check to see if it works, I haven't had anybody in the room yet. Hopefully this afternoon, in a couple of hours, start from the beginning and do well. I tell you what, we will convene a meeting of the Sydney Winston conference, and in about 2.5 hours, and that'll be a good time to pull some ideas together as to how you would like to see this channel move forward, as opposed to how I want to see I want to present a content, because what seems to pull people in is the crisis content, you know, the Von Heltons and the Shannys, and you know, the drama. I like the drama. It's fun, but I'm more interested in hypocrisy, calling out hypocrisy, calling out things that don't make sense, and just getting people's opinions on different topics, which in some of them I can understand that there's maybe this, maybe that, but in a lot of them I'm black and white, and and if I'm white, I do not understand how people could accept the black. We'll get into that in time. You love the drama, do you? Okay, let me play some more with this. All right, so what you said was start from the beginning and do on. Yes, I just want to, yeah, I can keep this thing going 12, 24 hours a day if you like. Only thing you won't discuss is religion and politics. Well, that's okay. I mean, what about philosophy and ideology? You can talk about that. And what else we got? As long as nobody talks. Yeah, I'm sorry, I do that. I talk over the video. And you know what? I was watching Ella T. Petty yesterday. She was doing the same thing I was doing. And people were calling her out just like they were calling me out. So me and Ella, you know, we're like this. You're talking about the guy that ate the rotten shrimp? Well, you might. You love the drama, hey, Andrea? Okay. YouTube. What? Okay. Hold on. What did you say here? YouTube is my relaxing time. I don't want to think. Yeah, there is that. It's true. It's true, because you know, back in the day, I remember your evening was essentially you'd come in from work and you'd do pitter-patter, dinner, this, that, and the other, whatever. And when it comes to about 8 or 9 o'clock, everybody sits down in front of the TV and has 2 or 3 hours of TV before bedtime. Now, this is sort of the same thing, you know, entertainment, mindless entertainment, if you like, which is perfect for me, because mindless entertainment is what I specialize in. Mindless banter. If you listen to me long enough, you'll hear that I'm just a silly Sydney. I like the reality TV though, but I wish it would move along a little faster, and I wish there was no animals involved. It really makes me despise Von Helton. Every time I see Sharpie, I hear Sharpie, and every time Von Helton makes a stupid little joke about Sharpie, it really makes me angry inside. I just wish he wasn't in the picture. Yeah, Ella's great. I watched her show yesterday, and yeah, I like her whole presentation. She's so genuine. It's amazing. You know, like all the rest of us, everybody on this internet is fake, but not Ella. Cool. So, you know, and she's obviously getting the recognition for that from her subscription base. She's got like, what did I say? I'm not sure if it was 4,000 or 9,000 subscribers. That's quite amazing. Oh, all right. You know what? I'm responding. I'm getting used to the StreamYard thing. Hold on a second here. So let's see. Ella is a beautiful person from the inside out. I don't know her, but she seems, yeah, very genuine. I agree, 100%. Don't start me on animals and Shani's cats. Bet they've never seen a vet. I bet you're right about that. What's this? You're not alone with that feeling? No, I hope not. I hope not, because I just, the only one I can understand who loves Von Helton is Toby Michael, because Toby Michael's a creep, a weirdo, a really disturbed person. Anyway, I hope he knows he's got to send Von Helton $5 for this. Do we know exactly where Von is? We do not. Although he did say this. He says, I'm close to California. I might be in Nevada. I might be in Arizona. He's on the I-40, whatever that means. I can put a picture in my head about that. You like Ella's videos, but not live. Yeah, okay. He's adamant that he's not in California. He did say that. California's too expensive. You thought he said he was at a campground. But lately, yeah, he did. Well, what he was talking about, the weirdest thing was that he was at this truck stop, I guess for the Wi-Fi, but he goes back to the, I guess for the Wi-Fi in the washroom. But then he goes back to the campground to sleep where there's no washroom. So I don't understand. Maybe the only reason he goes to the campground is because he'll get noticed by the popo if he sleeps at the truck stop. I don't know. It makes no sense. I mean, a truck stop is somewhere you're supposed to sleep, right? Oh, J-Dubs. J-Dubs seems to have kind of disappeared. If I never see J-Dubs again, I will not be sorry. You think Von Helton went to California for welfare programs? Andrea says he's in Arizona. California. Oops. California and Colorado treat the homeless like kings. Yeah? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. The drunken Timu Jew. So you're talking about J-Dubs. What I don't understand is the Timu reference. He's a fake Jew. He's an Irish Catholic. But what's a Timu Jew? Someone can explain that to me. Ha! Yeah. Good riddance. This is the thing, Marcus. He doesn't have, his tags have expired as far as I am aware. Timu is poor quality. All right. So his tags have expired. So he can't really move, I guess, from the campground to the truck stop. I don't know how far it is, but maybe he's getting away with it. But he can't really move further than that if his tags have expired. Because once he hits the highway, they're going to catch him. All right. Yeah, that's what you Timu is poor quality. So Timu Jew. Oh, Timu is poor quality. All right. Now, if Sam, what did you say? If Sam is a real Jew, then J-Dubs is a Timu Jew. Okay, I will accept that J-Dubs is a Timu Jew, but Sam, he's an idiot. He's also a wannabe Jew. Listen to his mouth and the way he talks. Jews are taught. Listen, I'm a Jew, so when I had a bar mitzvah, one of the gifts I was given was a book, and it was called "The Jew and His Duties." I'll pull it off the shelf one of these days and read you some of it. But what a good part of it is about being a Jew. You're just supposed to be humble, and you're supposed to be non-confrontational, and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's what it is to be a Jew. You don't go out there and pound and and insult and call people names and all that kind of that's not being a Jew. And Sammy does that. That's what Sammy does. He excels at not being a Jew, as does J-Dubs. So when J-Dubs talks this nonsense about with these women porno mouth, he's being Catholic. He's not being Jewish. Apology to the Catholics. That's it. Yeah. Well, you know what? The thing about Sam being a Jew, by that same logic, so am I. I'm still a Jew. But I'm an atheist and definitely don't agree with anything to do with the Judaism. That's bad news, dude. They don't mess. So if you got expired tags and you're homeless, you get away with it? Maybe you're right. Maybe he's in California. And I agree, both horrible people. What's going on here? There is a mindset to make the world better. Negative and harsh speech is not to be used by Jewish people. Exactly. And we, Jewish people I'm going to actually, you know what? You got me thinking. As part of the new format, and I'll be covering a lot more things. And I will be bringing you a certain perspective of a Jewish perspective that I follow a lot of people on YouTube. There's certain characters, certain channels that I watch and I trust. And I get a lot of my news and information that way. And I'm going to start sharing those with you. What I will share with you right now is that I don't believe that religion or religious institution or religious ideology has any place in the public arena. It's purely a personal matter, and it is to be kept as such. Not in government, not in schools, not in society. So I'm very, very, very adamant that religion poisons everything, as our friend Christopher Hitchens wrote a book about. So anyway, I'm getting off topic here. Whoa, really, JJ? Your husband got a job offer, $88,000 higher than he's paid now, but 88,000. But you have to move out west, and you refuse. Homelessness has ruined that part of the state. Well, you know what? I was reading yesterday that there's certain parts of California that are actually deemed peaceful and restful and mindful and all this kind of stuff. San Jose came up. If you live in certain parts of California where their median income is very high, and you live in these neighborhoods, you don't see any of the homelessness and any of that nonsense. But then you have to sort of, you got to close your eyes and pretend it doesn't happen, and that's very difficult. Marcus, even as a Catholic, he wouldn't be so negative. You talking about J-Dubs? Yeah, you might be right there. You might be right. I don't know any positive Catholics. That's the only thing. And I'm talking about genuine positive. I'm not talking about fake. There's a lot of fakery when it comes to religion. Most of it is fakery, actually. The urban centers are cesspools in California, in your opinion? I agree, 100%. That's where the blight. Now, I want to ask. Let me ask you a question. This homelessness issue and the drugs. I mean, I see it here too. It's drugs and people on the streets and smoking and just drugs all the time on the street. People are done. They're desperate. They're useless. Um, they're irredeemable. They can't rehabilitate them. They're done. So my question is, where do these drugs come from? And if it's true that they're coming from China through Mexico, then I think it's a damn good idea that these people get wiped out as if they were an actual attacking army, because what they're doing is devastating. I mean, just here alone, which is a small city compared to most of the rest of the back east in California, it's almost unbearable to watch. And I see it every day because I live in the busy part of the city. Oh, that's interesting. Why can't I show it? Come on, show, baby. You're Catholic, JJ, non-practicing. I have a tendency to look at the negative, determine what I could do to turn it into a positive. Whoa, wow. Well, you're using Catholicism against itself, but in a humane way. That's good. Although when you say you're Catholic non-practicing, what does that even mean? I don't even say I'm Jewish non-practicing. I'm an atheist. I'm not a Jew. I mean, I'm a Jew in other people's eyes. I'm not a Jew in my own eye. The way I look at myself is definitely not as a Jew, as an atheist and as an individual. Others see me as a Jew, which is so what? But when you say you're a Catholic and you're non-practicing, what do you actually mean by that? Now, there's a good Marcus. I agree with you. Drugs, in your view, are weapons of war, dumbing down the population as they do not have the ability to fight invaders. And yes, exactly. It starts and it reaches the point where it's at right now. It's like the war in Russia. Moscow and St. Petersburg, they know nothing about the war. It doesn't affect them. But as soon as the war comes to Moscow and comes to St. Petersburg, then the Russians will wake up and think, oh, shit, we are at war. But irrespective of what Putin has told us, we are actually at war. Well, this is the thing with the drugs. It'll creep in and more and more and more and more people will die, become incapacitated. And then the Chinese will just walk in. Let's see. So there you go, guys. I'm going to end it here. I guess the way you just ended is to end it. There's no outro. At least I haven't prepared an outro, so I don't even know if I will. Oh, we got another comment. JJ, I believe in some things. I love to go to a mass for spiritual connection. It helps me to accept my wrong, but I personalize it, own it, and then make it a positive somehow. Okay. The idea of a congregation for spiritual connection is it's true. It works. It's like you go to a concert at night, and the crowd is kind of one. They're having this spiritual connection or this tangible connection with the crowd and with the band and with the show and everything. I agree with it. It's very positive. The thing is that once you leave the venue, that spirituality, that connection's gone. Much the same with these congregation, these masses, these spiritual masses. Once you leave, that connection, it's all gone. So it's a band-aid. And if you paid money for it, and if it was worth your time for that hour or whatever it was, good for you. Good for you. Oh, and Andrea says, hit the like and become a channel member. For $1.99 a month, you will experience Sydney Winston at his most idiotic and his most genial over time. Besides, I just paid a fortune for this StreamYard for a year. So costs are creeping in. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a QR code in the top left corner. That is my Buy Me a Coffee QR code. So if you click on it, or what do you have to do? You have to, oh, Jesus Christ, you have to probably take a photo with your camera. Or you could just go to buymeacoffee.com/Sydney Winston, take you to the same spot. So thank you, Andrea, for promoting me. And this is interesting. Marcus is a philosophy major. Awesome. And you're trained to ask the why questions. Beautiful. Question everything. That's what I say. What only works in Canada? What only works in Canada? I don't know. What are you talking about? I do want to know before I end this. Kofi? What's coffee? I don't know what coffee is. Oh, coffee. No. https:// www.buymeacoffee.com/Sydney Winston. Works on any browser. Give it a try. I will see you in a couple of hours, all right? As it's post the link. I could post the link. Give me a minute. There you go. The link is about to come up. Let's go there first. I don't remember my login. It has to be for my login for everything. Oh, here we go. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Post the link in chat. Okay. I'm going to try something. I'm going to post it in the chat in YouTube. Oh, it comes up automatically. So there it comes. There it is. And talking about coffee, I think it's time. I've had this cup sitting here for I don't know how long. When was the last time you saw me reach for a cup of coffee? It's been that long since I've had a sip of coffee. Withdrawal symptoms are presenting. Oh, I feel so much better. All right. I'm ending it. We'll see you in a couple of hours. Bye. Love you all. Don't forget that.